Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm DJ Sixsmith. This is a sit down. David Krumholtz is here with us. Brand new movie, Crown Vic. How are you?
I'm great, man. How are you?
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
How's everything going for you?
Everything's going good. I am enjoying life. I have 2 little children that keep me on my toes. They're both wild and completely out of control.
How old are they?
They're 5 and 2, so I'm in the thick of it.
Yeah.
One of them bit me last night.
Where?
On my back. A strange place to bite. And it hurt. You know, they bite down.
Yeah.
And kids bite down.
Yeah.
They don't just give you a little nip. They try to rip
They really want to sink their teeth in there.
Yeah, and that's where he's at right now. He's just in a biting way. And so I bit him back and hurt him really bad. No, I would never bite
No, that wouldn't be in the Parenting 101 book.
No.
So how about this movie here? Obviously a cool situation for you. You kind of play like a little bit of a guy that seems like he's out there up to some stuff.
Yeah.
From what I see. I haven't checked it out fully yet, but what was it like putting this thing together?
Well, you know, it's always great when you make sort of a smaller movie and it turns out as well as this one did. So it's thrilling to see it make it to theaters, and with great performances. Thomas Jane and Luke Klein-Tank are incredible in it. It's a very controversial film.
Yeah.
It's got some ambiguity about its own subject matter, so we leave it to the audiences to decide how they feel about the subject matter being police ethics, police brutality. It's not overreaching in its efforts to make you decide one way or another how you feel about it. You go in with your preconceived notions and you leave even further sort of not confused, but further embattled with your own perspective on the subject matter, which is why I love it. I mean, it's not a movie that tells you what to think. It doesn't have a happy ending, doesn't have a sad ending. It's simply a ride along in a Crown Vic with these 2 police officers. One of them, Thomas Jane's character, is a sort of veteran who's been suspended to the point where he has to train a rookie cop on his first night on the job, first night on patrol, and it ends up being a particularly violent, bad night. So the rookie police officer has to sort of decide if this is what he wants for his life, whereas the older police officer is sort of it's too late to decide. He's in it whether he likes it or not. And some bad stuff happens. And the movie, again, takes an ambiguous look on what it is to be a police officer in 2019 in a huge city like Los Angeles. The movie was shot in Buffalo. We make Buffalo look like Los Angeles.
That must have been quite a transformation, right?
It was. They did a great job, though. It's really well shot, and again, the performances, really well written by Joel Souza, also directed by Joel Souza. And it's a passion piece, and like I said, it's always great when these things actually turn out to be, you know, as profound as you hope they would be. And it's a testament to Joel, who worked so hard on it, and the producers, Greg Bello, Alec Baldwin. They really put a lot into this. It's a movie to be passionate about. It's not passive. And it's going to stir up some controversy, which I love.
Yeah,
I mean,
you like to throw yourself right into the ring there?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, how often do I get to do that kind of stuff?
I was going to say, that
yeah.
seems like a totally different situation for you.
Yeah, no, it ain't no, I'm not a Christmas elf in this one. I play the lackey partner to a renegade police officer played by Josh Hopkins, who's brilliant in the movie. And his character is fully unethical, having gone off the rails, taking advantage of the power that he has as a police officer. And my character is sort of, you know, enjoying it all and pushing him there until he breaks, until that character breaks. And it speaks a lot about, or a lot to the lack of psychological support for police officers, which I think is something that needs to be addressed. We want our police officers to be perfect, but yet they're human beings, and they know that better than anyone. And what they need is assistance in coping with what they're seeing on the street and what their responsibilities are. And so the movie, you know, kind of portrays 2 police officers on opposite ends of their career who are both dealing with the overwhelming responsibility of being a police officer.
Yeah, I think you bring up some interesting points. There's just gray areas to all this. It's not just cut and dry. It's not just black and white. And
No,
we need to have conversation about this.
We need to have a conversation that's without rage and without anger and with understanding that police officers aren't superheroes. They were never meant to be. They're people doing a job for money who care but are being pushed in all sorts of directions under a lot of agendas that they haven't chosen for themselves, that they have to then sort of adhere to. And it ain't easy. And, and it's certainly not easy when you see the worst of society, when you see people at their worst moments night in and night out, to not have a bad moment yourself. And is anger towards police brutality justified? Absolutely. Do we do it uniformly and unilaterally without any willingness to understand? I think so. And it speaks to a culture of you know, a snarky culture of attacking everything we don't understand, which is kind of where we're at right now.
Yeah.
But the movie presents it as a basic truth, again, ambiguous about feelings, more about, you know, observation and what these guys go through, and I love it. I think it's a really important film.